78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Smash the like button and hit the subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop a new video. And if you're digging the video, go ahead and share this joint. Let's check it out, man. Michael Irvin, one of my favorite sports personalities of all time, just went in. I watched it on his page. I don't want to play the whole video, but I am going to play a snippet from his Twitter where he did like a promo video for the main video that's on his channel. Now he was responding to a podcast called Facts Over Feelings. I believe that's what they call it, Facts Over Feelings, where some guys were sitting around talking about football, and they made the claim that Deion Sanders was like an alien. I think they said Deion could play today. They think he could play today, but they were questioning the talent level he played against when he played. They were saying like, "Oh, Deion never had to go up against real fast receivers." And then they showed a picture of Michael Irvin and Jerry Rice, as if to say, "Oh, these are the chumps that Deion had to go against." But these backs today, they got to go against real fast guys, which is ridiculous. But let's play what Michael Irvin had to say. This is just a snippet. This is not the whole thing, because trust me, he went off. I watched the whole thing on his page, but I'm going to go to the Twitter. All right, let's see where we at here.
The receivers from back then
might not be prime though.
Who are they gonna be?
they were stronger, but they weren't that fast.
Are you shitting me? We are the two most accomplished receivers in the history of this game. When you're talking about the most important things, championships, and your stupid ass talking about running fast.
The receivers from
All right, so it was real. Y'all gotta watch it, man. Go to Michael Irvin's YouTube page. It was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious to watch it. He went off. He made a lot of valid points. And he said, like, listen, I won championships on every level. Who is somebody who ain't won nothing to be sitting down on the podcast critiquing me and I won in life? Like, who are you? Like, who? And I think he made a fair point. He's like, the problem with the internet today is too many podcasts. Everybody has a voice. Everybody has an opinion. I absolutely agree, man. And I know you can't do nothing about it, but I'm a firm believer that in order to talk about something, you have to have some type of life experience with said thing to be considered an expert or have this huge following. But nowadays, it's pretty much shock jock type of activity. Whatever you can say to insult somebody or to go viral, some asinine statement to go viral and have everybody talking. That's just the game everybody play now. So Michael Irvin said, look, in my day, we go, and I feel him, because I grew up a Packer fan. Brett Favre was my favorite quarterback. And let me tell you something. Michael Irvin said, look, in my day, football was football. He said, you dudes today is soft. He said, we had to go across the middle and catch a pass knowing if you catch this ball, you finna get laid out. But you had to do it. Because if you don't catch it, you can risk having an interception. So Michael Irvin made a lot of good points, and I definitely can attest to that. Football is way more physical. He also brought up the fact that back in the day, dudes took pride in knocking people out, giving people concussions and putting them to sleep. That was a thing. Like, I know a lot of young NFL players, young NFL players and fans may not know what the NFL used to look like back in the day, how violent it was. But now it's still physical, but it's more so a glorified flag football. You know what I mean? It's like minimal contact. Everything's a flag, roughing the passer, roughing the receiver, roughing everything. Like, come on, roughing the fans, taunting. You can't even do a celebration in the end zone, bro. It's like they have taken and stripped the testosterone and the masculinity out of all the sports, bro. Even in basketball, a dude go up for a dunk, he dunk on somebody, the crowd going crazy, he stared the dude down like, yeah. The referee give him a tech. Like, what is this? When you excited, men do that. Now, I understand if it start getting physical. people getting each other face, they pushing and shoving. You got to get the game under control, make sure it don't escalate or something like that. But now they have made sports in general super soft. I'm not a big baseball guy, so I don't know. I used to watch baseball back in the day with my pops, but I don't know what they doing in baseball. But I know this: football, basketball, boxing has gotten super soft, super duper soft, man. And the fans, the softness of the rule changes and stuff has affected the way the fans view. I'm so sick of people going back in the day. Oh, I'm done. What they say? I'm done with the '90s or something like that. Oh, and they try to criticize Michael Jordan and say, well, Michael Jordan was the only one who could hoop in the '90s. I mean, that's some of the most ridiculous nonsense I ever heard. And this is coming from people who ain't never done nothing. Listen to me, y'all. I'm serious, fam. When you say Michael Jordan was the only good player in the '90s, okay, so now you're saying that, okay, Karl Malone was trash. You're saying that now when you say '90s, I'm assuming you're talking about like early to, between 1990 and 2000, right? So all those players that came in there, Allen Iverson, he was trash, according to y'all. Karl Malone, John Stockton was trash. Reggie Miller was trash. Patrick Ewing was super trash. So on and so forth. All these legends. Charles Barkley, who was a monster in his day, he was trash, according to the Johnny Come Latelys. And it's hard now to take this serious because the people who making these assertions, these dudes be literally sitting down in front of a camera, ain't had a haircut in 3 weeks, right? Ain't had no lining, but will sit down and criticize. They got a whole background full of toys and action figures, like some geek, right? Sitting there eating a bowl of Lucky Charms, talking, in my fault. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think Michael Jordan could play in this game. I mean, bro, shut up, fam. I mean, seriously, I'm so tired of this generation of people disrespecting the generation that came before them, right? I understand you want your guys from this era to get props and stuff like that, but they got to earn that. They got to earn the respect, earn them props. You can't try to make people diminish Michael Jordan or diminish Jerry Rice or diminish Michael Irvin, diminish Deion Sanders and all of that because you think the guys today are better. I don't care if the guys today are faster. They get hurt all the time. So they might be faster, but they fragile. Who cares? Today, a chicken, you could take a chicken and in a few weeks, this chicken has grown into the fattest, plumpest chicken, but its bones are fragile. See? Because it's being force-fed. It's being forced to grow faster than its natural, than naturally supposed to grow. So it's bones and cartilage and tendons cannot keep up with all of the growth hormones and stuff that y'all putting in these food. See what I'm saying? So same thing with bud, right? You know what I'm saying? Now they got the cannabis plant. Back in the day, well, I guess it still is like that in some places, but like you go to South America, Africa, any area that's tropical or close to the equator, you have cannabis sativa, right? Those plants grow outdoor. They're very long and tall, look like trees and stuff like that, right? And have the potential to give you big yields if you cultivate them the right way. But once some of them grow out, they grow wild out there, and then you got to, now, and they usually take, sometimes it might take, 20 weeks? It might take half a year for these plants to mature. But that's real, authentic cannabis sativa, right? You might have indica plants from India and Pakistan and, Afghanistan and stuff like that. You have the indica plants. Now, those are cannabis plants too, cannabis indica, but they're short, bushier plants for the most part, and they flower faster because of the terrain and the where they live. So they have to have a faster flowering time. So many growers will get the indica plant, cross it with the sativa plant so you can get the best of both worlds. But by crossing it, you make it, instead of waiting 6 months for the sativa, by it having the indica genes now, it can cut that down drastically to a matter of like 2 months or something. So that's what I'm saying. That's what the game did change, bro. Okay, the game did change. So, in my opinion, today's athletes are there's some very good athletes, but a lot of them are soft. A lot of them are extremely soft. Just like everybody up to date. Now, I ain't gonna say everybody. I'm exaggerating. It's not just athletes or sports figures. It's society in general. It's just so soft, bro. I mean, seriously, fam. You have to explain yourself. Everybody's so worried about being criticized. So it's like, for instance, it's so much fake outrage. I can't even come on here and say, hey man, well I can, but you know how it go. You say, hey man, before you say anything, you have to qualify it. You got to say, you got to kiss somebody behind. You got to smooth it over before you get your point across. Like, hey man, first of all, I ain't no hater. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing but love for Juju. I love Juju, man. You know what I'm saying? I respect her game. I love this and that about her. I'm a big fan of Juju. So you know some hate coming. Then they say, I just don't like her. I think she ugly, bro. I think she ugly. You know, listen, bro. If you don't like this person, say you don't like the person. But the fact that you got to qualify and put all these stipulations in front of it to dress it up and make it smell like something other than doo-doo, you know what it is. So I ain't gonna drag this video out. I'm gonna say this. Shout out to Michael Irvin. Make sure I go check out his video on his page. I thought it was dope. I'm glad he checked them dudes. I love the passion. Like I said, he's one of my favorite sports personalities. All the stuff he's been through, and he keep on winning. 7 Day Sports TV. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Smash that like button. Share the video. I'm up out of here. Deuces.